After 3 matches, a couple weeks of training and a bunch of positive COVID tests, we're starting to see what Ralf Rangnick's Man United could resemble for the remainder of the season. After his appointment at the end of November, tales of his influence on world football started to appear on everyone's YouTube homepage, and his influence on some of the best managers in modern football is well documented. But what has he actually changed since his arrival at Man United? In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the main principles of his tactics, along with what we can expect to see from Rangnick for the remainder of the season. Rangnick is well known for his ideas surrounding coaching, often stating how a coach needs to have a clear vision and a true understanding of their philosophy to get the most out of their players. And this has clearly rubbed off on some of the best managers in the world, with Rose, Nagelsmann, Tuchel, Marsch, Hasenhüttl and many more all attributing some of their success to Rangnick's approach to coaching and tactics. So to truly understand what Rangnick has changed in his first 3 games, let's compare some statistics to those of Solskjaer's last 3 games with Man United. The first difference that is instantly noticeable with Rangnick is Manchester United's pressing intensity and defensive line. In his first 3 games, United have averaged a passes per defensive action of 8.87, a significant improvement on the average of 14.87 in Solskjaer's last 3 games. This has also led to an increase in their shots on goal, with their XG jumping from 1.93 to 3.6, and their attacks per minute improving by 0.15. That's an extra 13.5 attacks per game. Possession has also increased slightly, averaging 53% compared to 47% under Solskjaer. United have also kept a much more compact shape. In their last match against Norwich, the team's average length was 44 metres, compared to 64 in their 4-1 loss to Watford in Solskjaer's last game in charge. These numbers help paint the picture of the main areas of improvement under the interim manager. But what lies behind these numbers are the changes in starting 11 and formation that have been made. But before we look at that, I just want to thank today's sponsor, OneFootball. OneFootball is hands down the best app for any updates in the football world. From transfers, statistics, goal scorers, assists, or any news, OneFootball will cover it. It's the best app to have while you're watching a game, as it gives you live statistical updates and commentary to help you better understand how the game is being played. OneFootball makes following your favourite team incredibly simple, and the best part about it is that it's completely free. So if you think it's something you might enjoy, click the link in the description down below to get started. Thank you to OneFootball, and let's take a look at Man United's starting 11 under Ralf Rangnick. Under Solskjaer, United's most used formation was a 4-2-3-1, occasionally shifting to a 3-5-2 against tougher opponents such as Manchester City. So far, Rangnick's preferred lineup has been a 4-2-2-2. It's important to note that a lot of these changes may be down to the extensive positive cases within the team, and so the lineup is likely to change in the coming weeks. Nonetheless, in their last match against Norwich, De Gea started in goal, with a back 4 of Telles, Maguire, Lindelof and Dalot. Dalot has found himself in favour under the interim manager, and may be a better fit than Wan-Bissaka in this new system. Ahead of them, Fred and McTominay started as the holding midfielders, along with Bruno Fernandes and Sancho playing as attacking mids, with fluid positioning in support of the 2-striker system in Ronaldo and Rashford. By looking at the players' average position throughout the match, it's clear to see how central and compact Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho play, often switching position and supporting the attack. Overall, it's a formation that encourages compact vertical play, with space for the fullbacks to support the attack. This change in formation has definitely helped Man United become a more balanced team. And while they may not be scoring for fun just yet, they've definitely improved their defensive game. So what exactly has Rangnick changed? Well, to understand how they attack, it's first important to understand how they defend. The first noticeable difference is a much higher defensive line compared to that which was common under Solskjaer. This allows the whole team to engage their press much further up in the opposition's final third. The pressing shape is very narrow, with good central cover, and looks to force play out wide. Rashford and Ronaldo will start close together and shadow mark the holding midfielder, meaning the opposition has space out wide with the fullbacks, who have space to push up on the flanks given this narrow shape. However, as soon as the ball is played into this position, Bruno Fernandes or Jadon Sancho will quickly move to put pressure on the player on the ball, with the fullback covering the winger and Fred and McTominay shifting out wide, squeezing the space with help from the touchline. Fred and McTominay are also much more aggressive in their initial press, and if the opposition is able to move the ball into the holding midfielder, then one of them will step out to close this space, with Sancho and Fernandes moving inside to cover the gaps that he's left. When falling back into their half, United's front 6 will form a hexagon shape in the centre, ensuring no balls can be played through the middle, and with a player always ready to move out wide to shut off any forward options. If the opponent does find space in the centre, then Fred and McTominay have been excellent so far at closing the space down effectively and helping the team regain possession in high central areas. This more aggressive and organised shape has meant United have been a lot harder to break down, and has alleviated a lot of pressure from the back line, one of the main reasons for their poor start to the season. Now, when regaining possession, Rangnick's plan is already starting to take shape, with United attempting quick vertical passes, rather than waiting for a gap to open by circulating possession around the back line. The attacking set of players, just like when defending, play in a compact shape, adding numbers in the middle. With De Gea on the ball, he'll look to build up from the back line, and immediately shift the ball to the fullbacks, who have support from one of the holding mids in Fred or McTominay, along with Sancho or Fernandes between the lines, or for Ronaldo as a target man, shifting into the space to collect any balls over the top. This compact shape also means the opposition is forced to cover these central channels, meaning this 4-2-2-2 formation creates a lot of space out wide, either for the fullbacks to attack or for the strikers to move into and potentially create a 2v1 against the opposition fullback. This movement occurs more often down the left flank, with Telles and Rashford linking up well and creating dangerous opportunities. The front four are also proving to be excellent at rotating their position. If Ronaldo comes short to collect the ball between the lines, then Sancho could move up alongside Rashford. Or if Rashford moves out on the flank, then Fernandes is ready to attack the space that was vacated by the striker. In the final third, the formation can often resemble a 2-2-4-2 or 2-2-2-4. The width is mostly provided by the fullbacks, while the central players will continue to remain in close proximity for any quick passes between the strikers and attacking mids, with Fred and McTominay used as options to circulate possession out of tight spaces. An example of which is Fred's goal versus Crystal Palace, who had time and space on the edge of the box to take a shot, with the 4 attacking players all in the box. While he's had less than a month to work with the team, the main ideas of his philosophy are already starting to take shape, and there's plenty of time throughout the season for United to challenge for a spot in the top 4. And now let me know what you think. What do you make of Rangnick's start to his life in the Premier League, and where do you think United will finish the current season? Let me know in the comments down below, along with any suggestions for future videos. And if you want to support the channel, then check out my Patreon for exclusive content, or simply leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.